King news, my lovely, wonderful people. African leaders criticized Tinubu and ECOWAS urge resolution of intimate precedents prior to anti-coup measures. So Tinubu had invited ECOWAS leaders, all of them, to Abuja, where he had a meeting, and the military in Niger were given ultimatum to ensure that they restore the democratically elected president, or there will be issues. And so these guys, work, and they saw to it that they gave that ultimatum. But at the moment, I must tell you sincerely, things are looking quite different already. Okay, things are looking different already, because even the very African leaders are already bailing out on Tinubu. We have the likes of Mali, Burkina Faso, who has said we are not going to participate or send our military, in order for anyone to come and think, that they can put our country, at war with Niger. So these are some of the things that are going on already. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. However, ECOWAS leaders are being criticized. Don't forget that the West is pushing them to go ahead and fight Niger. Okay, let's get all the details. An irritant African leader expressed disapproval of ECOWAS for creating an anti-coup policy unit, claiming it solely intends to safeguard its interests. He insisted that ECOWAS must address the issue of the intimate presidency before considering measures to counter any coup. They must explain and understand what is going on first of all. President Tinubu must be very careful not to allow himself to be used to cause the major war in the region. The leaders do not care about the people. They are only protecting their interests with the West. The West are encouraging Tinubu, saying they should put their armies together and go against Niger Republic. However, they will support with weapons. Is that what Africa needs at this point in time? This is one of the first seasons that Africa has been quiet. A lot is going on. There's a lot of rebuilding and molding going on in Africa at the moment. However, the issue of Niger Republic want to plunge Africa into unknown situation. African leaders must be very careful. Going ahead and starting a war with a neighboring country, it's not good for the African population at this moment. There is a need for rebuilding, repair, and restoration of hope rather than destroying the hope of the people. African leaders must become very careful. The issue is the West will lead you on and leave you dry, hang and standing. And so Tinubu must be careful. African leaders must see beyond their personal interests or whatever they've been offered and see what they can do in order to build the region. They can have conversations with these people and see what can be done rather than bringing out a full-scale war. It will lead to humanitarian crisis and migration like never before. If there is any time for Africans to think before they act, that time is now. No African leader should allow themselves to be used by either France or the US. So my lovely people, this is what is going on. This is what is happening. And every single person needs to begin to understand that, these things are sincerely happening. If there's anything called sincerity, honesty, and, people getting the right perspective of what is going on in Africa, this is the time. There are all kinds of words, being spread out there, and every single individual must understand that the people who are pushing you, have you thought about it? Again, you would have heard me say this. A classic example is what is going on in Ukraine. Classic example. This whole Ukraine thing started because they wanted to join NATO. That was the reason. That's what they wanted to do. That was the aim. That was the purpose. That's what they wanted to do. Okay? And when Russia refused, saying no, you can't do that. When Russia refused, we thought that the West would send emissaries, and they will send their army and they will defend Ukraine. All we hear is stories. Initially, they even asked the president of Ukraine, to be flown to America so that he can be protected. He said he cannot leave his people. It was just himself that was offered a relief. Yes, we agree. Countries like Great Britain, a few, Eastern, European countries have taken some refugees, but how much can they take? Things have been destroyed beyond measure, and you cannot begin to imagine that. There's a lot going on, and every single person is watching. Yet the life and properties of people in that region are being destroyed. Businesses, education, to mention but a few. So where do we go from here? And how do we sort all this out? This is the time we need to pay great attention and do not allow ourselves to be used, manipulated, or pushed into something that is not worth it. If there's anything that must be done, this is the time. This is the time, okay, for every single person to ensure we are doing everything humanly speaking possible to change the tides of what is going on. So, this is why, every single person must ensure, okay? Every single person must ensure that Nigerians understand that we cannot continue with the same thing over and over again, then expect a different result. There is need for us all to rise up and understand what is going on. You may think it's not your business, right? Hence, you're not paying great attention. You may think it's not your business. But when the chips are down, you will understand exactly what is happening. If anything happens, okay, to any of these countries, if anything happened to any of these countries, you'll be surprised what will follow. I can assure you for free. The humanitarian crisis and more, you will be surprised what will happen. You think Nigeria will be spared if something breaks out, a war breaks out? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Everyone will pay for it. The decision that the president is making will affect every single person. And that's why we must pay great attention and do not allow ourselves to be used as guinea pigs by anyone. Yes? Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.